I know that some of you, despite watching so many credit card videos from my channel, still have not applied for your own credit card yet. And you know the main reason is because you are really afraid of annual fees. Today, I am going to debunk the myth that there is really no need to pay for annual fees unless you really love the benefits. And I will show you how do I actually waive off my annual fees for my various credit cards as discussed on my channel, right? So today, let's break off this misconception, okay? Credit card annual fees do not have to be paid. And some of you may have think that the miles and the cashback earned are not worth for the annual fees paid. That's how you all calculate the cashback benefits, right? You all see that, okay, maybe it can earn me like $100 worth of cashback per year, but the annual fee is like $200. Overall, it is still a net loss and I'm not going to apply for credit cards ever. Now, this is totally untrue. Almost all annual fees of credit cards can be waived if you request for a waiver. If you do not request for a waiver, then obviously you have to pay for the annual fees, because if you just sit there, do nothing and expect the bank to waive for you automatically, then sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but then the banks have to charge you for it. So why would the banks still charge you annual fees if they are willing to waive it for you? That's a very good question, because they bank on the fact that some people like you will never request for annual fee waivers and will just gladly pay the annual fees. Or even some people, they put it on gyro, right? Automatic deduction, and they don't even check their credit card bill statement, okay? And they don't even realize that an annual fee has been built to their account, and they just happily automatically deduct the funds from their bank account without them even knowing. So I hope that this video will be a good lesson for those who are informed, and for those who are not informed, then maybe you can share it to your friends and family who want to know this piece of information as well. Now the thing is, I have not paid credit card annual fees for quite a long time. The last time I paid for credit card annual fee is because of the American Express KrisFlyer Ascend, where you really need to pay your first year annual fees to get that 4 free airport launch pass and a 1-night Hilton stay voucher. So it's not like for nothing. You get 4 launch passes and 1 free night in Hilton stay. I think that's quite worth the $300 fee, right? But that's just for the first year. Like subsequent years, I just request for waiver, just that they don't send me the gift anymore. Okay, I mean, it's a fair trade, right? So my trick here is always request for a waiver on your credit card fees. And you cannot request for a waiver when the fee is not charged yet, or don't sometimes call up the bank, hey, can you request for a waiver for my annual credit card fee? Then the bank will tell you, what credit card fee? We haven't even charged you yet. No, I just want to waive before you all charge me. No, it doesn't work. You have to wait for the bank to charge you first, then you can request for a waiver. So how it works is that most credit cards, their card anniversary works on a prepaid basis. That means that when you're paying your credit card fees for the first time, it is for the subsequent 12 months following your payment. So that's why after your first year, where your first year is usually free, right? They will offer you like 1 year annual fee waiver. Then like after the first year or 12 months, then they will charge this annual fee, because that's for the subsequent year. And therefore, if you request for waiver, it will last for the next 12 months. So then some of you may be really scared. What if the bank don't approve my waiver request? How? Then all my cashback gone. I can assure you that throughout my 7 years of using credit card, most of the banks will just approve your waiver if you have spent on the credit card. Okay, means that it's not a dormant card, zero spending, zero transaction activity. And if the banks really don't approve your waiver, then just request them to cancel, because you know some magic will happen. To be more specific, 3 scenarios will happen. The first one, the banks will just waive your annual fees when you threaten to cancel the card, because they don't want to lose you as a customer, and maybe you take your spending to another credit card or bank company and then give them the spending data. The number 2 scenario is where they really don't value you as a customer. They will say, cancel, then cancel lah. I really don't value you. Then there's really no loss for you anyway, because do you remember I said that credit card fees are charged for the subsequent year? So whatever credit card annual fees that are charged to your current statement is for the subsequent year. So once you have cancelled your credit card account, it means that the annual fee will be cancelled and waived as well, because you are no longer using that credit card. Okay, then what is the third scenario? That's the most magical one. The bank will just approve your waiver, and not only that, they will give you an incentive to stay. Meaning like they will give you a $10 or $5 incentive for your next spend on this credit card once you have threatened to cancel. Happened to me a few times. Sometimes I don't really like their gift. I will just say continue to cancel. Sometimes they will pay a higher amount. Okay, that's called the credit card retention department. That's why some of your credit card waivers or requests for cancellation are not automatically approved. They will ask someone on their team to call you back and try to keep you within their platform. That is the magic. From my experience, the freebie is like a $5 or $10 statement credit lah. So it sounds really pitiful, right? So little. But you know, there's something better from my sponsor today. Halloween is coming really soon. But you know, that's not the most scary part. The most scary part is inflation. And you know that the US has just released their Consumer Price Index or CPI, and the rate is as high as 8.2% year over year. So you see, everything around you is really increasing in price, becoming more expensive, and the only thing not increasing is your salary. And that may be the most scary thing. So you may ask, what to do? How? Well, I can answer you to sign up for the Webull Singapore Securities account right now and start learning how to invest so that you can learn to beat inflation with investments. What's more, Webull is even giving you $130 worth of free Tesla shares when you start investing with them. Even greater news is that Webull has recently launched their Good Deal Cancelled order feature, which means that you don't have to key in your orders every day anymore if you really want to catch the lowest price. So hurry up and sign up for a Webull account using my referral link down below to get your free $130 Tesla shares. Anyway, I was talking about the magic scenario number 3, right? Why are the banks willing to keep you and even give you cash incentive or cash statement credit on retaining you as their customers, right? Very simple. It costs so much more to acquire a new customer to get you on board on their platform. Do you remember that if you sign up for credit cards, like example, Citi credit card, using my link down below, you get $350 worth of cash as a new user. So do you see, $350 is so much more than the $10 statement credit. For a bank to acquire a new customer, it costs them at least $350. I haven't even talked about the middleman agent cut, the sales commission given by the people who are selling you the card, right? So yeah, I don't really work for a bank, that's why I can say this, but I would believe that a new customer will cost at least $500 for a bank budget, the bank marketing budget, to meet their KPI. But then some of you may ask, why do I not cancel my credit cards then if I really do want to do credit card churning? And the main reason is because I do have airline miles or reward points with some of these partners like Citi, like DBS. I do have like multiple 100,000 worth of points that are waiting to be converted into airline miles or rewards. So I cannot just simply cancel them because I need to keep my airline miles, I need to keep my reward points. So that's the consideration, right? When you actually go and play the miles game, you have to take in mind that it's not like simple as cashback, just redeem only. You have to keep it as long as possible until you have places that you want to redeem for the airfare tickets. Anyway, if you haven't checked out my awesome Telegram group yet, do join us at Honey Money SG. We have over 2,000 members talking about credit card rewards, credit card hacks, and credit card strategies that could suit your daily lifestyle credit card needs. So that's for Citi and DBS. I also do not cancel my credit cards in UOB and American Express, because for UOB, I do use the UOB Absolute Cashback and the American Express True Cashback to top up to my GrabPay wallet. Okay, these two are very important banks and credit cards that I need to keep. That's why I cannot cancel them. So now I will just demonstrate how you could just do credit card fee waivers on these 4 banks, just specifically these 4 banks, starting with DBS. So for DBS, you have to go to the digital chatbot page via this website. You just have to type in fee waiver. Then the chatbot will direct you to get authenticated with either the SMS OTP or the bank's mobiles app. Then you have to select fee waiver. Then select credit card fee waiver, annual fee, select the correct credit card where you want your annual fee to be waived. For example, DBS Live Fresh credit card. Then you click confirm to waive the annual fee. So there will be a request, whether it's automated or not. If it's like automated approval, you will just receive it in the next message. If they need to review it by a customer service agent, then it may take a few working days. So you see, you don't even have to call anyone or chat with anyone for those who are introverts, right? You just have to go to the DBS DG bot. Okay, next up is UOB. UOB is something similar. They have this chat assist bot. So you go to this UOB chat assist web page, okay, solve the captcha, then select fee waiver, credit card, then membership fee, then enter your card number. So whatever is your 16-digit credit card number for UOB, you just enter it and then click confirm. So very similar, right? Don't need to go through any customer service agent or talk through the phone. Next up is Citi. For Citi, I do keep my Citi Premium Miles credit card because I do want to use the 2 airport lounge passes every year. So every year, I just have to waive the annual fee. But the thing about Citi Premium Miles card is that they do give you like 10,000 miles for every time that they charge you an annual fee, and that is paid. So some of you may decide that you want to get the 10,000 miles. That's why you'll pay the $192 or something. Okay, but I think that that's not worth it. That's too expensive pay for the 10,000 miles. That's why I always have to go in and waive it. So how you do it through Citi is that you log into your Citi online portal, and then you have to send a secure message through Citi online portal. For cards that give you miles on annual fees paid, for example the Citi Premium Miles, you have to write in your request that I want to waive the annual fee for this blah 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 card, and you must write in your message that you are willing to forfeit the 10,000 miles to save 192.60 of annual fees on the Citi Premium Miles cards. That's specifically for Citi Premium Miles, because for Citi Rewards you don't need to. You just say I want to waive. Whether they waive it or not is another thing, but for Citi Premium Miles you have to say that you are willing to forfeit it. Otherwise you still have to pay the $192.60, but in return you get 10,000 miles on your Citi Premium Miles card. So Citi credit card waiver for me is quite fast as well. From my experience, within 1 week after you send that message, the fee will be waived and the charges will be reversed on your credit card. So no need to go through any talking again. Very good. Okay, lastly is American Express credit cards, because I still need to use my true cashback, right? That's why I cannot cancel the card forever, and that's why every year I still have to waive the fee on my American Express true cashback card through AMEX Online Chat. So you can access AMEX Online Chat using your American Express mobile app. Okay, click in and request for waiver. Answer some security questions for the agent to verify you, and somehow I don't think these agents are digital bots, I think they are real humans. That's why AMEX have a higher level of service fees. Then just tell them which American Express card you want them to waive the annual fee on, and then they will just be overly polite and enthusiastic to you, giving you that high level of customer service, and say that your card annual fee is waived, or they will give you some good reason why they are not waiving it. But anyway, for AMEX you don't have to call someone. So we are now in the 21st digital century. I remember in my early days of using credit card, I have to call up like every other bank to waive the annual card fees, and being an introvert is really paiseh for me, really embarrassing for me to say that. But you realize that there's nothing embarrassing about that. You know that the banks earn so much more margin, okay? So don't feel bad for the banks. So yes, here is why you should always request for credit card waivers on the annual fees of your credit cards. Don't go and stupidly pay for annual fees. No one pays annual fees for credit card, okay? It's only for those lazy people who don't check their statement and then give all this profit margin to the bank. And if you really want to learn about my Kung Fu mastery of credit card, of what my single credit card strategy is, then refer to this video over here, because I will detail out some options that you can use to minimize the number of credit cards in your wallet for your day-to-day use.